New movement for in the fire element today called parting the clouds. We'll bring back the earth mudra in the earth element. We haven't done that one for a couple of months. And when we get to metal, we'll have a pair of new moves there. We'll introduce the butterfly, which we've never done in a regular class before. And a variation on spinal cord breathing called opening and closing the gate. Take that front hand up to the shoulder, knocking into that little hollow spot there between the chest and the shoulder. And let's take it back down to the belly. And then let the arms float off the body again. And let's connect to the breath today with a little bit of silk reeling. So when the hands get to one side, turn both palms into the breeze and slow it down to match the breath. A breath in one direction, a breath out, coming back. Natural pause, top and bottom of the breath as the hands change places. Both turning so the palm is going into the breeze. Nice, deep, even breaths. Just letting the body follow the breath. And begin to sweep these into a figure eight. Couple more times across, and then we'll begin to shrink them down. Just floating the hands across the front, the palms face the floor. And let them come to rest. We begin with fire, and the monkey, stealing the fruit and looking over his shoulder. Steal the fruit. Come up onto the balls of your feet as your fists drag up along your body. Look out over his shoulder. Come on back to center. And then release the fists. Let the hands float down. Let's add the breath. Breathing in, steal the peaches. Breathing out, turn to look over his shoulder. Breathing in, come back to center. And breathing out, release. Steal those peaches. Come on up on the balls of the feet if you can. Stay there as you turn. Turning back to center and releasing. One more going each way. And one last time, steal those peaches. Look around. Monkey wants to see if he's been spotted. Coming back to center and release. An element move, rising, palms to the ceiling, palms close into each other, hands withdraw in spiral, and then push away to the outside before releasing. Breathing in, arms come to shoulder height. Breathing out, hands close in, pinkies come together. Breathing in, hands spiral and begin to press away. And breathing out, release. Parting the clouds. Let's take one more. And just settle into Wuji for a couple of breaths. And we'll move on to Earth, the element of late summer. Form loose fists with your hands and begin to swing the arms across the body diagonally. And we're going to add a stomp, a step out diagonally with the opposite leg of the arm going forward. So when your left arm comes across, your right leg is going to stomp. And here we go. Step back, reload, other side, step out. This is the bear walks in the woods. We want to pattern the breathing, so we're breathing out on the stomp, breathing in as we reload back through center, breathing out on the other side. One more each way. And we'll slow it way down. And just let the hands relax. Reposition the feet so that you're about hips width apart. Hands float up in front, like you're holding that ball that we always hold. Spin the ball, front hand points up, bottom hand, palm to the ceiling. Breathing in, arms spiral, recapture the ball. Breathing out, bring the top hand, fingers pointing up. The wood mudra. One more on each side. And recapture the ball one more time. Spin it to the side. Close the fists. Raise the fists up to goal posts, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening the gate. Folding in, fists and elbows come together, fold forward, closing the gate. Breathing in, goal post, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathing out, fold it in, fold forward. One more time. Then as you rise, open up the palms. Bring the hands in so your palms are facing your face. Take a breath in, turn to the side. Hands sweep behind you, over the top, backs of hands come together, fold forward. Hands come back in front of the face, turn the foot back in. Other side, turn the foot out. Hands drop, loop behind, backs of hands come together, fold forward over the pointed foot. Hands back to the face, turn the foot back in. This is the butterfly. We'll revisit this one in future weeks. There's another part of this. But for today, we'll keep it simple. One more on each side. And then just let the hands float on down. Reposition your feet. So we're back to about hips width and back to Wuji. And we begin to sway. Moving on to water. Start with the animal this time. This is the deer. The deer is going to turn to show the antlers. So his hands sway to one side. Point the forefinger and pinky. Plant the heel at the opposite foot. And then turn, pivot on that heel. Look behind. Arms come all the way over. Foot turns back in. Antlers on one side. Heel plant on the other. Turn, pivot over that side. The deer turns to show the antlers. Now let's add the breath. Breathing in as we transition across. Breathing out as we turn and stretch. One more on each side. And come back over the top and release down. Hands float up in front. Come all the way overhead. Palms turn in toward the body. And the rain falls. Hands climb. Palms turn in. And just let it rain. Breathing in as we rise. A nice long breath out as we just enjoy the rain. One more time. And release back into Wuji. Take a couple of breaths here before we move on to the final element, wood, element of spring. We have a tiger and a tall tree. Let's toe heel out to a little bit wider, about a medium horse stance. Hands float up in front, holding that ball again. Spin the ball. Now we're going to separate the palms horizontally and lunge toward the back one. As we straighten up, hands come back together, recapturing the ball, the other hand on top. Exhale. Let the palms separate. Inhaling them back together, side to side. Taming the tiger. Take one more on each side. And the last one. Capturing the ball again, letting the hands spin that ball, and then floating down. Toe heel back in, so you're about hips width on the feet. And then hands float up, palms facing each other all the way overhead. And we finish by swaying like a tall tree. No need to pattern the breath here, just breathe deeply and naturally. Let's finish back in the center. Let the hands release down, and we'll sync the chi 5 times to harmonize the elements, rising, gathering in, flatten the palms, press down. That's 3. 4. Last one. And up again to start our closing, rising overhead. Palms turned toward the floor. Press the palms. Do these in 3s today. At the bottom, press the fingertips together, pull them up about to the ribs, and then press forward. We turn the wheel 3 times. Rising out of the 3rd turn, let the hands separate, toss one away. Let it travel all the way overhead, and then trace down the midline. Do 3 on each side. And on this last one, let the hand float all the way down. Put the other one on the lower dantian. Let this one come down to meet it. Bring the feet in just a bit. Close your eyes. And we'll breathe it to the finish. One more nice deep breath. And as you release that breath, release the hands to the sides. Let your eyes come back open. Let's give everything a little shake out at the bottom. Thanks for joining me today. 5 animals and 5 elements. Namaste.